Good morning, students. I am NAVDEEP DHALIWAL, faculty of Arya College of Engineering and IT, Electronics and Communication Department. Today, I am going to explain you Plumbicon camera in this session, and this Plumbicon camera, that is advancement of Vidicon camera. So there are some features which is being added in Plumbicon camera from the Vidicon camera, and that is what I am explaining in this session with this session outlines. So first I will explain basics of Plumbicon camera in this session. Then after I will see diagram of Plumbicon camera. Then we will observe components of Plumbicon camera with its working. Then I will cover light transfer characteristics which is there with Plumbicon camera. Then we will see more applications, and at the end I will explain few advantages and disadvantages of Plumbicon camera. So let us begin this session with first agenda, that is basics of Plumbicon camera. So see, initially there were the use of Vidicon camera and this Plumbicon camera tube that overcome many of less favorable features of standard Vidicon camera. So this is upgraded version of Vidicon camera. The reason is working principle is same, only few changes were there in its structure of Vidicon, so that in Plumbicon, so even that I will explain you step by step, it will be more clear. See, it has faster response and it provides high quality picture at low light level. So Vidicon camera that was having bad response at low light picture, but Plumbicon camera was having very good response at low light level compared to Vidicon. It is smaller in size and lightweight, and together with low power operating characteristics, it makes it use ideal for transistored for television camera. So up to this camera you will be finding like there is no use of transistor, but as it's having smaller size and lower power handling capability, people have started to transistorized means. Then after there was major use of transistor in camera technology. So because of its size and weight is less, that was possible. Other than target, you will be finding Plumbicon is similar to standard Vidicon. So in target only some changes were there in Vidicon camera, that was Plumbicon. Focus and deflection both are done magnetically. It is having target, that is effectively it is a pin diode. So I will explain you how it is pin diode and what type of biasing that we do. So it is target is pin diode. Previously we have seen that target was photoconductive surface, but here target is pin diode, and it is overall thickness of target that is there in the range of 10 to 20 micrometer. So it is very less compared to Vidicon camera. Now let us see the Plumbicon camera in detail, so it will be more clear. Now see we have a object front of lens. First, that object light that will go in the lens of camera, and it will appear over glass plate, and then after there will be first layer, that is N type SNO2 layer. So this is what tin dioxide N type layer. So this layer, that is highly doped N type layer, tin dioxide layer. After that there is intrinsic PbO layer. PbO means lead monoxide. So intrinsic layer, which is there with lead monoxide after SNO2, and after that there is third layer, that is P type PbO layer. So if you observe three layer, that is PIN. So combination of these three layers, that is target, and this is what pin diode structure. So our agenda is to detect light, which is what we are delivered to televised, and here we will be connecting this video electrical output from plate. Now if you observe this pin diode that we are connecting it in negative means reverse bias. Now see how this is what N-type layer, that N-type layer that is connected with target voltage, and positive of this target voltage that is connected with this N-type layer, tin dioxide layer, and this P-type layer on which we will be bombarding electron beam. So electron beam that will come from cathode, you can see electron gun is there and cathode is fitted with this, and that will generate electron beam. So here this pin diode that is in reverse bias, and as it is there in reverse bias, there will be minor current that will flow, and that minor current that is based on light intensity. This electron beam that will be having constant electron, which is what we are bombarding on it. Here and here in this Plumbicon, you will be feeding this pin diode that is in reverse bias, and what will happen, like as light intensity is more, there will be less resistance of this, and based on less resistance current will be more, and if light intensity is less means dark spot is there, in that case resistance will be less and less current will fall. Here there is only one difference in Plumbicon and Vidicon, rest of the things are same. If you see Vidicon, then in that elements were acting as a leaking capacitor. So in Vidicon elements over PBO layer as a photoconductive surface that were acting as a leaky capacitor, while in Plumbicon we will be finding this capacitor were connected in series, and that is in reverse bias. So this capacitor and that capacitor that is connected in series. It is not leaky capacitor. So because of this is what non-leaky capacitor that is having few advances compared to Vidicon. So this Vidicon having pin diode in that PIN P on which we are bombarding these electron beam, and I sandwich in between P and N is connected to target voltage, and positive of target voltage is connected to N, means this pin diode is in reverse bias. Now see, if you observe the structure, that is almost same as it is there with Vidicon camera. Here there will be deflection coils, and then after there will be grid, there will be accelerator grid, means grid, and there will be focusing grid, and at the end there will be deceleration grid, and that structure are same. So see, light transfer characteristics. So I have told, in light transfer characteristics, x-axis there will be luminance, and on y-axis there is output current, that is in term of microampere. We have seen this for the case of Vidicon even. So slope of line in this characteristics explains sensitivity. So if you see the slope, then this slope that is bit higher than which is there in Vidicon camera. So here light transfer characteristics of Plumbicon camera explains sensitivity of the Plumbicon camera, that is higher than Vidicon camera. So it is a straight line with higher slope than Vidicon. So it is having higher sensitivity. So it has higher sensitivity. It is due to reduction in recombination of electron hole pair, and that is happening because of pin diode, where there is no leaky capacitor, while in case of Plumbicon there is leaky capacitance. So which was increased recombination of electron hole pair, while in case of Plumbicon there is no leaky capacitance. There was capacitance which was there in series, and that will decrease capacitance because of series connection, and that will reduce recombination of electron hole pair. So spectral response of Plumbicon is closer to human eye, and Plumbicon that is having characteristics which is what working at low light even. So this camera can even work at low light. That is good. Now I will explain you few applications of Plumbicon. See, in medical imaging that was using in 1960s, in television even peoples were use it in optoelectric instruments. People have used this Plumbicon camera. Now let us see some advantages and disadvantages of Plumbicon camera. So first, it will explain dark current in dark current is negligible. You might have seen in Vidicon camera. It is having very good SNR and sensitivity is more compared to Vidicon. Compact size is there, easy to operate. It is free of spurious signals and low susceptibility to damage. And disadvantage like resolution is less than Vidicon. So only one disadvantage is there.